2, 1,
Go.
go.
No, we can't keep it. Like, it's just too hard. Where did that go?
3,
Going
2,
1.
1.
That
Okay,
was
okay.
really odd.
That's fine. That's fine. We can sync it up in post. All right.
No, we can't.
Whatever.
Well, I
shut
guess
up.
Griffen can if he downs it. Okay, who's doing the intro?
I don't care.
What's the intro? Like, we're just gonna be like, "What's up?"
Okay, I'll do the intro.
Nah, I got. What's up, everyone? This is the fucking convenience store. I have severe hemorrhoids and anal cancer.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo,
Welcome to the
all the
Convenience
people
Store
watching
podcast.
this.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
what's up?
convenience store.
Okay, guys, let me do the intro. I'm trying to run a serious business here. Let me do the intro.
Okay.
Daniel,
Okay,
go
what's
ahead.
up, everybody listening
Welcome
to this?
to the convenience store.
The most convenient podcast ever.
Yeah.
Let's hop right into it.
All right, so what's
Like-
what's the topics?
Okay, Devin, you had something
Oh,
you wanted to
fuck.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that happened this week.
Oh, also, weren't we gonna talk about 9 Trey and 6ix9ine and all that?
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that later.
Alright.
Okay, so
I
Devin,
crashed my fucking bike.
so tell us more about that, Devin.
I crashed my bike, and then I went to the store with a bleeding elbow, and
It
then
wasn't
got
your elbow; it was your leg.
well, my leg and my elbow were bleeding, and also
Okay, let me tell this story because I tell it better. So
yeah, tell it from
basically,
your perspective.
Devin is riding his bike to the store,
Alright.
and he crashes because he's a complete dolt and he doesn't know how to ride his bike. So basically, he crashes his bike, right? And then he hits me up. He's like, "Yo, I'm a little baby boy. I need some help."
I
So,
pooped my pants,
I'm
bro.
chilling right at my house, about to go to Taekwondo, because I'm trying to get exercise and improve my lifestyle. And Devin's like, "Yow, I
We
need
got a
to
little
borrow your
situation."
Band-Aids and I need to borrow your dad." So he pulls up, I get him a Band-Aid, and then he's like, "Yo, I gotta go to the store." So he walks to the store, and Devin, why don't you take us through your experience at the store and walking to and from the store?
Okay, so walking
From
to
my
the
house.
store, I was scared that people were gonna be like, "Yo, little guy, are you okay?" Because my elbow was dripping blood at that point. Well, it wasn't that bad, but there was blood that had come off of my elbow and hit the ground multiple times, and so
Very funny.
Yeah, that was humorous. Thank you for sharing.
No. Okay, so and then I got a couple of weird looks, and then I was waiting at the intersection across the road, and I could not cross for like 30 minutes, and not 30 minutes, but it felt long, and I was in pain, and like. Yeah, it felt kind of awkward just sitting there with a bleeding elbow.
All right, so then he gets back to my house, and he's like, "All right, well, I can't bike back because my leg is bleeding," which is completely ridiculous. I mean,
Bro, come on!
you're
I
gonna
was
cut your
in
leg
a lot
open.
of pain, bro.
You're gonna like get a wide gash on your leg and say, "Oh, I can't bike because my leg is bleeding profusely," and it's like, whatever, bro. Kids these days. But anyway, so then he's like, "Yo, can you drive me home?" Okay, that's a lie. My dad offered, but so he's driven home, and I gotta go with him. And it's like, he walks up to his house. He's just stumbling over himself. I mean, he gets to the door. There's like 2 doors because I feel like that's a normal thing. A lot of people have two doors because there's like the lighter one and then there's the actual door. You know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
sorry, I
the
just got
lighter
cold.
door,
Hold
he
on.
has a glass door, and it falls on him. He
What?
basically gets trapped.
Like
so.
like
This
the
is
door
fake
the door
news. This is
fell
fake
out
news.
of
This
the
is
door.
fake news.
Okay, so he has that pretty heavy glass door in front of the wood door to his house that doesn't stay open. So he let go of it and it like sandwiched him. It was like live vor. But anyway,
I got 8
you know,
remote.
he gets his brother comes to the door with their scary dog named PJ. Like he's really terrifying.
He's
I'm
not
even-
that scary,
dude.
dude.
He's okay. Whatever. So this happens, and now, that's whatever. But now I have his bike in my garage, and I'll probably have to go.
No. My parents are gonna pick it up tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But are they gonna interrupt the podcast? Right. So anyway, I've gotten well. I'll. We don't have to talk about this because you don't know his dog Griffin, but his dog is really scary.
He's not scary.
He's
He's racist. He's not scary
no,
though.
he's terrifying.
My dog's racist. Can't lie.
Yeah, he barks at me.
He
He's like
barks
really
at you,
small.
therefore
He's like
racist.
he's like small, and like he looks like he has two lazy eyes. And like he walks really weirdly. It's like
He
a waddle.
does. Bro, he
And
waddles.
then, yeah,
So
he
he's
just
just
waddles
fat.
at me and like
He's just
barks.
fat. Bro, he goes. This is not gonna be entertaining to listen to.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Alright, so you know the vibes.
I'm still in pain.
Yeah.
Bro, I shredded up my torso. Well, not torso, but abdomen. And
I
it's
feel like we've kind of stretched out the bike topic as far as it's gonna go, and we've only been going for like 5 minutes. So
No, I think we can definitely expand deeper on this. I mean, what type of bike was it exactly?
it was a Trek. I can't remember the model number, but it was a Trek. It's black. So therefore my dog hates it. It's black and silver.
Black and see, your story's already inconsistent because first you said it was black, but now you're saying it's black and silver.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't know about that one.
I
What
don't
do you have to
know.
say for yourself, Devin?
I mean, I'm sorry. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. And there's nothing I can do about it now, but I'll try to be better in the future.
Okay, you know what? I
Yeah, that's
respect
cool.
that. Yeah, his bike is like a really small black bike with like thick wheels, and it's even too small for him, and he's a short king. Like, so
You sound
he
like
needs
you're
that small bike.
describing my type.
What?
Short,
Instead of
Wait.
black, thick
And
wheels.
That's your type?
Oh, except for the. Okay, never mind. Can we cut that out?
I don't know.
No, this is not gonna be heavily edited.
Bro, I'm gonna
Thoroughly edit this. It will have.
He's gonna
5
edit
minutes.
every second.
We're just
of
gonna
it.
cut out like the messed up
podcast.
parts at the end and the beginning.
No, we have to keep every part of the beginning in.
Okay, then it's not gonna be edited at all.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
Okay,
you guys heard that. To any girls watching this podcast, to our massive female audience,
Massive.
you heard
Absolutely
it from the
massive.
man himself.
He
Devin
likes
likes short, thick
black.
girls, but not black. and they don't have wheels.
No, they need to have thick wheels.
I hereby retract that statement.
Oh.
You like thick snow bunnies.
Facts, though.
All right, you're canceled.
Understandable.
Objectifying women. If you ever try to become a politician,
You were the one who said it.
I
not
just
me.
clipped that soundbite actually right now. So
All I said was facts.
If
though.
you ever try to become a politician, I'll forever have this clip just in case.
Wait. So can we talk about Griffen? Can we talk about the thing you were talking about last night, where it was like a Harvard article and it said, "Could what you post online?"
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, this is good. This is good.
Should I like read through the article again? Like I'll skim it more.
Give us some juicy bits.
Yeah. So tell us what this article entails.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for it real quick.
While he's doing that, sponsor time. We're sponsored by
Bad Dragon.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
We're sponsored by the
Barack Obama bin Laden.
The Barack Obama 2020 presidential campaign.
I
agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is taking forever to load again.
Okay, just talk about how you came across this then.
Yeah, well, okay, while we're waiting for it to load, I'll give like the backstory of when I saw it yesterday. That's okay. So I was just scrolling on Snapchat, and then I see from Harvard Business Review. And it grabbed my attention, because of all the questions that I have, I think the question that pops into my mind the most, like the question that keeps me up at night, is, can what I do online? It's just a really hard topic.
Yeah.
I was, especially when I clicked on it and then I saw there were like 9 pages. I knew that it would be, really helpful because damn, bro, this lady getting into her car right now is really fucking thick. To be honest, I thought I'd let you guys know.
I definitely did not understand a word that just was said.
A word that was said. It's still not loading.
That's tough.
Bruh.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Alright.
Welcome, human. The year is 2030 and the reputation economy reigns supreme. Here, your social data determines your value in society.
Okay.
Your access to services, your employability. Take a look around. Reputation is the new currency. The reputation economy is based on a few simplistic but effective star ratings. If you have ever rated an Uber driver or an Airbnb host, then you have already actively participated. Congratulations! Your sport is paid. Okay, and then now I have a Fortnite ad and Batman is in it.
Yo, Batman in Fortnite.
Yeah, we got Batman from Fortnite. Got an ad for it right now. Okay, so that's a pretty significant part of the article.
Let's talk about that.
I mean,
there's.
I feel like what I post online could actually
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't know. I feel like most people aren't really considering when they post something online that it could.
Yeah. It really could. Yeah. And we don't want to make too many assumptions though, because There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 pages left of the article. So I mean, potentially
picture.
yeah, we want. I mean, I think it's fair to make assumptions now, but we don't really want to make legitimate statements because I mean, in 7 pages they could explain. I mean, maybe our post can't.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, Devin. What do you think about the 7 pages remaining? What do you think about that?
It's in general, I think there should be a bit less than 7 pages remaining. Like, if you think about it.
Like 6, maybe.
Yeah, 6, maybe even 5, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
true.
fair take.
Because, if you think about it, even though the article is about how what you post online could, that article in and of itself is actually a post by someone online, so it could.
Yeah.
It
And
could.
I think if it does, you want everybody to know the full context. So, I
don't know if that's
a 10-page article. People aren't going to read that. If it's like 3, people are going to read that, and then when it does, people will know kind of the full picture, and they won't jump to conclusions.
Yeah. I agree. That was a good way to put it. So should I continue reading?
Yeah, sure.
Should
Go
we go
ahead.
through the whole thing? Then all the people listening to this won't have to actually go and read it themselves.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
not
7 pages.
7 pages. I
Kind
mean,
of a lot.
7 pages.
I mean, it's like 3 paragraphs on each page. It's not terrible.
Maybe just,
and they're not like
Just like
skim
summarize each paragraph.
yeah,
I-
skim through it and pick out some sentences
skim
that you
through
think.
like 30 paragraphs real quick. So basically, I'm gonna give a brief explanation while I'm reading it. So basically, it's saying Facebook is applying a new patent whether a user that determines whether a user is working class, middle class, or upper class using data like their education and the number of gadgets they own. By 2019, 70% of US companies were using social media to screen candidates during the hiring process. And people are scared that that's something they post online will bar them from getting a job or something. And so oh yeah, I remember this from last night. It starts the 3rd paragraph on this page with when 2020 came. It's talking about 2020 in the past tense. But anyways,
that was like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So when 2020 came, China's central and local governments had as in past tense already begun experimenting with quote unquote social credit scores. Theoretically, scores would be assigned to citizens in order to track their level of trustworthiness. Okay. Only algorithms can judge me. Now, algorithms determine your social rating. They learn by extracting patterns from your data history and then using those patterns to predict the future. No, we're not waiting. You're just falling behind.
I have a question.
For example, no questions. For example, Instagram's algorithm customizes your feed based on your quote unquote likes history. But if the data set is flawed, the prediction can be wrong. Alright, any questions?
Okay,
So basically what this
Okay,
sounds
so
like
a
to
high
me,
rating is your ticket to the high life. Improve your social any questions?
So basically what I'm getting from this is that back in 20
Back in
69 or
2020.
whatever, back in 20, China used your social rating to assign you a job.
what I'm gathering from this
I
is
I don't really understand this fully, to be honest.
So what I'm gathering from this is that what you post online could.
Jokes aside,
Uh,
because I feel like maybe I don't really know, but part of the podcast should probably be us talking about something that's not a complete joke.
To be honest,
I
our
mean, we're
humor
talking
is
about an
too
article right now,
advanced.
so
Right. No. But I'm just saying, like, one thing that's less of a. I
I
don't know.
mean,
Okay, so
we we could talk about the fact that actually, let's talk about the Trey Bloods.
so
well,
so
no. There's things in this article that I feel like we could talk about.
yeah. Well, so what are your opinions on this? Like, basically, what it's saying is how many likes you get and the rating you get if you're an Uber driver or something. All those sorts of
Okay.
things. How people
I
react
think
to your Facebook posts, how many likes you get. Do you think that will actually like determine things for you? People will
I
judge
think
you off that legally.
well, we kind of like at first just took it as a complete joke, just because the name was weird or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and I think it's really exaggerated.
Yeah.
I don't think a Facebook post is gonna determine your social status for the entirety of your life,
I agree.
especially if you're not actually posting anything horribly offensive.
Yeah.
And
I
even
mean,
if you are nowadays, a lot of people get away with that stuff even though it's publicly known, as long as they're
Yeah.
not a celebrity.
Yeah.
But the thing I think is some of this is kind of realistic because of like the Facebook judging your like socioeconomic status and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
That's actually something I think will probably happen.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Facebook
agree.
and mega companies like Google and stuff, that's kind of scary how much they monitor you. And like the only way to not worry about that is to either not use those services or ignore it.
I mean,
Yeah.
looking like if you look up can colleges on the first like 5 or so are can colleges drug tests, can colleges see private accounts, can colleges drug test students, can colleges open your mail, and can colleges track your internet history. Like
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of freaky.
I think yeah, people are worried. Sorry, did you guys hear that?
yeah.
Okay. I think, like, obviously, are you kind of saying that it might actually determine a lot as far as like colleges and jobs?
I feel like if there's enough, I mean, people are obviously worried about it, like I just said. So,
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
anything to that worry, or is it just paranoia?
Well, I mean, I think people are more scared. I think it's probably like the kind of kids that are definitely smart enough to get into a good college, but then make edgy kind of posts. They're probably like, okay, I've been making funny die black people jokes all over the internet, but now is my college gonna see that?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I don't know.
there's no way a college is gonna be like, all right, well, this Instagram post only got 37 likes. You didn't even get a single fucking comment. Like, that's just sad. You cannot get into this college.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, I know what you're saying, but like, also, I feel like there's always going to be ways to prevent that. Like, you could live, at least with, unless it's like Facebook, because I don't trust Facebook at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Instagram is owned by Facebook, but they actually have guidelines that like your private account can't be viewed by anyone else. I don't
Yeah.
know, like the actual Facebook app itself is
Mm-hmm.
like the least secure,
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
but
I'm about
other
to
than
eat a
like
pretzel.
Skype or something. Oh,
Skype.
well, because
But yeah.
Skype is super unsecured, and you can like get doxxed over Skype really easily.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. A
Mhm.
college can't actually see a private account, and like, there's. I don't think that's something to. So I think it's like a mix of paranoia and reasonable fear, because like the government can't currently, and I don't think. I mean, other than like conservatives who don't actually care about constitutional rights except for when it benefits them.
Mhm.
No one's gonna be okay anytime soon with the government being able to get access to your private social media accounts.
Yeah.
And if it's a public college, and a private college wouldn't have any power at all, but even a public college, there'd never be a bill passed that allowed them to see that. So I don't think that's reasonable fear. But if you have like or like with the internet history thing, but if you have a public Instagram and you're posting offensive stuff and just insensitive stuff, then that's something to be worried about. Like it can't affect. But I think there's always going to be measures, at least in the near future, to protect your use. Or, I mean, you never have to make offensive posts on the internet.
I agree. I think also literally just as long as the account that you say stuff that a college wouldn't like on, or a college or a job or any of those sort of things, as long as there's nothing that shows you in it, like no post with your face, you're not in the profile picture, it doesn't have your name, and it's not tied to some sort of contact you give them, then there's no way they'd ever know.
Right.
But I mean, if someone did give a college like a phone number and an email and then realize, wait a minute, that's linked to an account I had 2 years ago that now I can't deactivate because I don't know the password or like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I feel like also the thing about that is if it's an account, like, at least with, current social media like Instagram.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for that.
ASMR.
Here, I'm going to drop some ASMR too real quick.
I'm just trying to open this bag of.
Okay. Yeah, like, if it's a public account and you posted like an offensive meme, you could probably just report it and they get taken down anyway. Yeah. Just because of how, like, I don't know. But then all of that could also change if you're like, if some sort of new company other than Facebook gains takes over the monopoly, which probably won't happen.
Yeah.
Because capitalism.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the article does have some weight, but it's also just kind of trying to get clicks like every other article.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is supposed to be doing exactly, because it's like it seems like it's supposed to be a future like story.
Yeah, it's like a dystopian future type of narrative.
I don't know what that is about. Okay. So recently, I want to transition. Recently, the Area 51 raid, quote unquote, happened, and there was some rumors that I heard that people had actually done it and gone in and I know that didn't happen, but I want to know if y'all heard. I want to know if you heard those rumors, and if.
Well, actually, I was more concerned about the climate strike because I care about our planet, Devin. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, but
I'm joking. I don't actually care about the planet.
Fuck the planet.
Fuck the
Call
planet
that
straight from
planet.
the underground.
Don't say it. Don't say it, bro.
Global warming. That's the sound of the planet.
Well, the
That's the sound of
planet
the
coming
planet.
straight from the underground. We're gonna burn all this plastic till the earth is brown.
Yo, that was
I just got the bar, and it actually fits the actual rhyme scheme of the song. Because don't they end the second bar isn't it like,
Young
bad
N-word got
word?
it bad because I'm brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo. That's a Traquelius bar.
Okay, but no.
Traquelius type beat.
But
Actually,
what is your-
I don't know. That probably doesn't sound very good because we're talking about like black people, and no one. If anyone did listen to this, they don't know what Traquelius
Okay.
is.
No,
Well, our
but
political careers are over.
okay. No, but also, what did y'all think of the meme? Like in general, did you?
It got really annoying.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that people went.
Yeah,
Like,
I heard it was actually kind of lit.
Well, I mean,
well, wasn't there like 70 people?
I don't even know.
That's
It would have
not
been
that.
cool. I don't know, because I've heard there was like thousands of people. And then I've also heard that there was like 70 YouTubers with 2,000 subscribers trying to get a bit of clout
Yeah.
by hitchhiking to Nevada so they can get live stream it and pay their rent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it happened this way. I think it could have been cool if it was like a lot of people and then there was like people setting up like little stands to sell like toy aliens and other UFO related merchandise.
Yeah.
And then there was like if there's like food trucks there that popped out. I feel like it could be like a fun event
Yeah.
if it started something where like every September 20th a bunch of people went there to have some sort of alien related festival.
Yeah, I agree.
But I doubt that's how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I doubt if it went like that this year, it would continue. But
Yeah.
Also, so there was like relating to the Area 51 shit.
Yeah.
There was a video released by the U.S. Navy of
I was leaked on accident, right?
I
don't
don't-
think it was supposed to be
well, I think
released.
I don't know, but it was a fighter pilot or a fighter jet pilot sighting some sort of UFO,
Yeah, I saw the video.
and that was kind of freaky though.
Yeah, it was because it was confirmed. Like, there's been videos like that before where it's like some guys who appeared to be soldiers, and then a video like that. The video itself is not anything special, but in my opinion, what makes it kind of crazy is that the U.S. Navy confirmed that it's authentic and it was released on accident. Like, because all the other videos, the U.S. and the fact that they confirmed this makes me think that all the other videos are fake because they didn't confirm any of those. And if they would confirm this one, they would have confirmed those. But I don't know. I feel like that's just insane.
So I don't understand. I didn't see any of this.
It's linked
so
in
this
general.
is new
If
to
you go,
me.
you can watch it.
This is weird to me because if it's confirmed, because usually the main, like, what a conspiracy theorist would say is that they're saying it's not real because they don't want you to think it's real. So I mean, obviously, if it's private government information, they don't want anyone to see that, especially not people overseas, because that's the world we're in right now, and the internet would allow for that. So are they saying it's real as like a reverse psychology kind of thing, or is it just like it's just weird to me?
I don't know. I think it's just like I don't even know, but
It could very well
the
be
fact
just.
I don't think, in my opinion, that wouldn't work as reverse psychology,
Mhm.
and it hasn't worked as reverse psychology for the majority of people as I've seen. I'm pretty sure whoever's involved with the protection of information like that is a lot smarter than us and the majority of
true.
people on the internet, and I think they would know that
Like
would
what the
not
best
work.
response is.
Yeah, I
and
don't.
they would know that reverse psychology wouldn't work, and it hasn't.
I don't think that the U.S. Navy would play games with the
Yeah,
people.
But it's
Also,
weird. How does something like that get leaked?
I don't
like
know.
okay, reverse psychology is like a really sloppy way of
Mm-hmm.
hiding information. But yeah, I don't know how it got leaked, but I suppose if it's as long as it's confirmed to be authentic, it doesn't really matter, because normally you'd ask how it got leaked as a question of authenticity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it could just be like a artifact of the camera or something like that. I mean, it's not. The video is not very clear. Obviously, the video is not very high quality, and we. It's interesting to see how people jump to conclusions, based on just a low quality picture of a semi UFO shaped object. Although,
I actually don't think it's anything to do with the camera, because it's a pretty long video, and they are tracking it, which you can't really. I would hope at least the technology that the U.S. Navy is using for like recon or whatever is capable of knowing whether something is an object in the environment or a smudge on the camera,
mhm,
and to track it. And
Yeah.
I also think, yeah, I don't know. I really don't think that it's. I'm not saying it's definitely aliens, but I don't think it's uh I don't think it's fake.
yeah, and the thing is, for anybody listening who doesn't know what we're talking about, it was on CNN, and like a lot of major news publications that okay, so the U.S. Navy, there was leaked footage of a fighter pilot.
Didn't we go over this already?
It was like several. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think we already went over this.
But
yeah,
I mean,
you just didn't
brought up
say it
the-
was on the news, but
you
you
okay.
explained what
Well,
the video was.
it was on the news, and the technology was tracking it and like stuff like that. It was freaky.
You can just look up UFO and it'll probably come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. But also, that's just weird to me. Like, again, I don't think it's fake, but it's kind of bizarre to me how that would get leaked. I mean,
Mm-hmm. I
mean the only way, because unless there's someone somehow hacked into the government and hacked into their camera roll, then that doesn't make any sense. So that would mean someone who had the video would have to send it to someone, and they're like, bro, don't share this, but look at this, and then they saved it and shared it. Yeah, don't screen record,
screenshot.
and then they screen recorded.
I feel like maybe it could have been just one of the people who was involved in the making of the video released it not knowing that they shouldn't release it, but that also is kind of weird because again, it's the Navy.
Yeah.
They probably are pretty tight about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to rewatch the video to see what they say, but I don't. Did Griffin? Did you just watch it?
No, I've been talking.
All right. I was wondering if you were watching it in the background, but yeah, I'll have to watch it again because I don't remember if it was.
It's the guy is talking about how fast it's going and how like it's crazy.
But I don't know if it was leaked
That's crazy.
If it was, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, it was a leak in some way because the government said it wasn't supposed to be released, so that's a leak in my opinion.
I guess, yeah.
I think that's the definition.
Yeah. In my factual opinion.
That's crazy.
But I think it's kind of cool if it is an alien because
but also that's kind of scary.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
but it's like they're just kind of chilling watching us.
That's kind of scary.
Watching us being like, bro, you really just burning down your planet.
Yeah, that it still kind of freaks me out. Like, I feel like it would be kind of scary if there were other beings that live close to us, like aliens that were on a level where we could communicate, and they have like a government kind of foreign policy type relationship. Like that could be really hectic.
Yeah, I feel like they'd probably be racist towards us because like we're so behind.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
technology currently.
We don't even know. That's the other thing. I mean, what if they're more ignorant than us? What if like their whole species is like deep South Mississippi conservatives?
Yeah,
but somehow they have a government and they can reach out to us.
I think they'll just, if they're anything like humans, they probably think they're superior, and at least there'd be like a majority of people at the moment who already think they're superior, and then humans are super ignorant, so like it's like I feel like it's like a 70% chance that the first person or unless it's already happened, but like the first person to really contact them messes something up, because like if it was if it was any government at all, I feel like they'd fuck stuff up really bad.
Yeah, and I feel like there's if it is like legitimate, if it is legitimate alien race, I feel like the only way this can go in our current state is a massive war, because
and we'd probably lose.
Yeah, lose, because if that's real, their technology is way beyond ours. Like they were going against the current or against the wind or something.
Like it doesn't necessarily have to be aliens.
Yeah, but like they were zipping and zooming.
Yeah, but personally, I feel like either aliens would be way more advanced than us, and they'd either literally not care about us or destroy all of us in like half of a second with some sort of laser beam and then build something here, or they'd be like the exact same as us, or they'd be less smart than us. Like, I feel like it's gotta be one of the
I mean,
yeah.
If they're chill, I mean, I'm fine. I'm freaking aliens, dude.
Because, like, I honestly, I think any species that can survive an ecosystem and then evolve to become like this level of intelligence where there's governments and all that stuff. I mean, even just acknowledging a thought, like no other animal, at least on the earth, has ever been like, I'm thinking about doing this, but I'm not really sure. Like, they'll consider something, but they don't have a concept of consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The thing is,
we're on like a whole new level of just like everything, and I feel like that's really the only way you can be to get to being like a universal species. So I think either they'd basically be exactly the same as us or totally different.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no animal on the planet has like a real language. Sure, they have communication in some ways, but that's not the same as a language.
Mm-hmm.
So if
like
they,
verbal.
Yeah.
yeah, if the if it is aliens, they have a language. That's beyond
thing is-
anything.
If this is aliens, they have to be more advanced than us, because unless they were hiding in our solar system, like, I don't know, under the surface of a planet or something, there's like they'd be so far away that like they would have to have been, even if it was just like an alien satellite or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like similar technology to ours,
Yeah.
they would have had to have been using satellites so much longer than us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If it came from like past Pluto.
Yeah,
Here's another.
because that's a weird thing to think about is if they weren't using that technology, like, I mean, I know this is way off, but just say whatever we sent takes 50,000 years to get to them. I mean, I know it's probably way longer, maybe it could even be shorter, but that's just the number I'm going with. If it takes the message 50,000 years to get to the spot they're in, and they started making satellites 49,999 years ago, they miss it, even though they were off by 1 year. Like, it would just go past them.
What do you mean?
If it takes, like, or wait, I had that backwards. Sorry. If they wait, never mind. I didn't even have that backwards. I got all messed up there. But I'm saying, like, if we send so say we're at point A and they're at point B, takes 50,000 years for our message to get from point A to point B. If they have a satellite constructed that could get our message, but they made it 49,999 years ago, just a year off, it's gone by the time their satellite's up.
Yo.
Like, it's just, I feel like it's not really very accurate to say we're just sending out a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, also, what if here's
Do you mean? Wait.
I mean,
If they make it in the future, wait.
Bruh.
Hold on. I'm really confused. You're
So
saying
I was
if we
agreeing
send
with
them
I was agreeing with what you were saying. Like, because you were saying that they would have had to have built it in advance to us sending the message. Like, if they made their satellite in the year 1 BC and we send it in 50,000 or 49,000 whatever AD, you know, like, if no matter what time we
okay, no,
send
I
it,
get what you're
if
saying. I
yeah,
get what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, they could I mean, we could miss them by like 2 seconds. But if their satellite isn't up and getting in sounds, if it just misses them by like a millisecond, once the wave has passed, then they'd never know.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Here's another thought though. What if their planet just got destroyed and they're just looking for like hospitality on another planet, and they find us, and they're like, "Yo, maybe these people are peaceful," and we just start a war with them.
I feel like they would avoid us because our planet. Okay, I'm gonna go with if this was aliens, and this is really just an assumption, but I feel like they've probably, if it's aliens monitoring us,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they either have been or will continue to observe us for a while. Like they either have been observing us or are going to continue to observe us for a while before they make a decision. And I think they will steer clear if they're looking for somewhere to inhabit because of the fact that we're overpopulated and destroying the planet and fighting each other.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they'd just be like, yo, there's people here, let's move in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, y'all got extra.
There's already a fight for space here. This seems like the perfect place to establish ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not even a fight for space, it's a fight for resources.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I
We
mean,
have so much unused space. We could fit like 7 more people here.
yeah. But I mean, we fight for the space where the resources are, and also people fight over borders and stuff just because the country seems more powerful if they have more land, even if there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, it's not literally like fighting for space, but I feel like I agree with your point. Like, it wouldn't really make sense for them to see life here and all over the planet.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, also we don't know.
Okay, so we're back. We took a little break. I got the Sprite.
We took a little
That's clean.
break.
Griffen, you got the.
Ooh.
You got the.
I got mac and
the mac
cheese
and
on the
cheese.
way.
Yep. Devin,
Yes,
you
sir.
just kind of sat there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we're pretty much done with the Area 51 stuff. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
Well, I have one more. I have one more.
Oh yeah, one more thing. All right.
Okay. So the thing is, most likely, and pretty much 100%, they're gonna if it is aliens,
Well
they
said.
would have a different atmosphere to us. So
True.
it would be a lot different.
Well, I think that kind of goes without saying that aliens would be different from us.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're saying, oh, what if they were like,
What is
You know
that?
what? That's a good point, actually, Devin.
thank you.
Because I feel like people, whenever they consider alien life, they're like, well, there's not that many Earth-like planets. But then it's like, you know, there's no, at least that I'm aware of, there's no actual reason
Yeah,
that other
then water.
life forms from other planets would need any of the things we need.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's pretty much undebated by scientists that life forms would need, like, nutrition that's like water kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, I mean, who's to say? Because they say, like, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm still not really giving much credit to Devin because that's a really generic argument that aliens could be real. But it's true. Like, I mean, you know, sometimes in the summer, like, you'll eat or you'll have a ice cube or something, and you're still getting water. It's frozen. Like, who's to say there aren't little, even if it's literally just like 20 cell organisms, they still could be like eating up ice in a frozen planet when we're like, well, it's frozen there. There can't be life, but they're still getting water.
Well, also, I think hold on. I think
I mean, also because they say you really need like the essentials are water and sunlight, and I mean, I feel like all life probably needs water, but it seems kind of weird to me. They say sunlight because there are already like tens of identified species on Earth that literally don't get sunlight. Like there's
Yeah,
I
like
think
fish
okay.
and stuff like miles into the ocean where it's
I
literally
feel
pitch black.
the opposite way, honestly, because I feel like um life there are things that have adapted to live without sunlight, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as any sign, like pretty much any good scientist will tell you, all the energy on our planet comes from the sun
Yeah.
entirely. Like we don't get energy from anywhere else.
Well,
So
yeah,
I feel
I
it's. I
agree.
think I'm pretty sure that those creatures never would have developed to
Yeah,
not
yeah,
need sunlight without sunlight.
yeah.
okay.
They wouldn't exist. But I feel like we don't know for sure. There could be a planet that gets no light from any stars, but we don't know if there was this like a light source there before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like life, I don't know. I feel like um, life needing water
Mm-hmm.
is probably true, but
Yeah.
there's there's no evidence of things not needing water. But I
Mm-hmm.
also feel like there's probably, and also we don't know all the elements or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
or states of matter and all stuff like that. So there could be another thing that does what
yeah, yeah.
water
That's
does.
true.
But I think it's, I don't know. I feel like at least you said maybe there's no longer light, but I think
Mm-hmm.
at at least
Mm-hmm.
all life must come from light.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
don't think there's ever going to be any way where
Around
humans
that.
disprove that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree, but I feel like also I think definitely there would have needed to be light, but I think it could be possible, and I'm more just saying how we'll look at a planet and just look at the base of this planet and be like, okay, no life. Like I feel like if there was some sort of light there and it's no longer there, it could be possible there was an ecosystem that had over time evolved and didn't need quote unquote
Yeah.
sunlight, and then they wouldn't have any competition from anywhere else, but they would still have their ecosystem, so they could evolve to take over the whole planet
I still feel
without
like
light.
uh just quickly, I feel like that would put like a limit on how long they could last, cuz even if they evolve without sunlight,
Hmm.
like technology, everything, electricity, that all needs sunlight, like active sunlight. So they could survive even if you could survive without
Hmm.
sunlight, like um cuz creatures that live like deep in the ocean in
Yeah.
some way, like I don't know, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure there's at least some way where like their food source connects somehow to sunlight, because if there's no
like
active
bioluminescence.
if there's no
Yeah.
active energy source for a planet, there can't be any development.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I, I feel like if just, and I mean, now this is extremely just completely hypothetical, but hypothetically speaking, there could there could be a planet and we see there's absolutely no light there. We're like,
Okay, no life.
and then, but if there had already evolved to be species that were like bioluminescent down there, and then they wouldn't notice a difference. Like just hypothetically speaking, if there's a full ecosystem that all lives without sunlight, then they wouldn't even notice a difference. I mean, there could be surface species that would be absolutely devastated, but like if there was a full ecosystem that didn't need sunlight, then they would. I mean, I don't know if they'd thrive, but they'd be just as good as ever because there'd literally be no difference for them. I think honestly that might be better because then there'd be no chance for interference if somehow some species had ventured farther down or some.
I mean, but here's the thing: we could be talking. Yeah, we're talking about science as we know it, but science could be completely different, and
That's
we could
true.
just throw everything out the window on
Yeah.
like as if we've searched this solar system and
Mm.
like some satellites have gone past our solar system and we have the Hubble's telescope and all these things searching far out. If we haven't found life or a planet that sustains life by our standards, maybe like as far away as we've looked, science could be completely different and there could be
Yeah.
completely different set of rules.
Yeah, I agree. Like things that it's not even debatable really far away from us. There's definitely things function differently. But I think there's still said stuff like gravity and
Yeah,
how
I
light
don't think.
travels and stuff.
I think I actually kind of disagree with that because I feel like all the like the laws of matter and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I feel like it's very unlikely that those would change based on a different location. Because even though like we don't know everything about science, I wouldn't say that there's any chance that everything we know about science is actually wrong.
Yeah,
Because there are certain
and
laws of the environment.
and we've already it's like pretty much proven at the very least there is even if it's not fully consistent, there's mostly consistent with inconsistencies being like a fraction of a percent, like consistent gravity throughout the whole universe.
I don't.
And like cuz it just wouldn't make sense if there wasn't. That kind of breaks the whole deal of it. Like there are different masses and stuff, but stuff like how gravity works. There's nothing that changes that. Things can be heavier and pull other objects or something, but it's not like gravity is inconsistent.
I mean, we really have no way of knowing. That's the thing.
Well, there's
we do have a way of knowing.
yeah.
Actually,
No.
because we can observe we can at least observe our solar system absolutely and know how it works.
Yeah, we can know how our solar system works, but I mean,
I mean,
100, like a million years from now, we could be going out some places, and there can be a completely different set of rules. We don't know.
Devin, I feel
believe
like
that.
I feel like that's. I mean, there's really no way to argue it, but it really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, cause that's a whole new kind of like theory. Cause then we'd be saying, cause at least for for what we have here, like the only way for the basic laws of the universe to be different somewhere is if it's like a whole different deal. Like we'd have to
Like
be
dimension.
that's like getting into the whole theory of like multiple dimension.
There is a way to argue against that point, Devin, and because everything we've ever observed as a fact of the environment has been like that we know for sure, like the laws of gravity, evolution. If you don't believe in evolution, even though it's technically not a law, you're kind of a dummy.
Yeah.
Because it's been observed.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that, all is like extremely logical.
Yeah.
To at least some capacity. So everything we've never discovered a law of the universe, of our solar system at least, that didn't make perfect sense in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, because that's like whenever something is agreed upon as a universal law, that's because that's because it's backed by multiple different like
And
perspectives and things.
not only that, like it's consistent, but it makes sense why it's like that. Like
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, uh, the law of gravity is that every 5 miles, gravity is non-existent. It's
yeah,
all very sensical and logical and mathematical, which is
yeah,
why
yeah.
I don't believe that maybe if there's some sort of other dimensional planes that could hypothetically be crossed and have
Hmm.
different laws. I don't think on our plane of existence
Yeah,
in like nearby solar systems the laws would be any different because that
yeah.
just like completely scramble everything.
I totally
Mm-hmm.
agree, and I think mathematical was probably the perfect term for that because, like, yeah, whenever a idea that like a law applies to the universe is agreed upon, is because mathematically not only does it work, but also it works within terms of literally every other law that's agreed upon. Like everything has to be consistent.
Yeah, I
Otherwise, it's
mean,
not agreed upon as a law because everything has to be consistent with each other.
yeah, yeah, but I'm saying like, yes, this is that's completely true. You're completely right, but we like we've only come so far, and there's so much more. Like time is never ending. Time will not stop at all, and as long as
What is going on right now, Devin? You're super quiet, and I hear like someone clapping or
oh
shooting a
yeah, I
airsoft
don't know. Okay,
gun or
so
something.
time is time is infinite, right? And as long as time is moving, things are changing, and we are discovering new things.
Mm.
It in like I'm not
Are you
saying
eating?
that will
I
be
am.
completely
I'm
different.
eating
I'm
mac and
not eating
cheese.
anything.
I
That's what
said I
I
was
hear.
making it.
I'm just saying, like,
Devin was super quiet to me for like, for real, like
Oh,
a
you heard
good.
this. You heard this. Let me hold on.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. It was really weird. Cause it was weird because seriously it happened like at the same time that for me Devin's mic just totally dipped and then that weird sound just started. I was like, what is happening?
what is
Yeah, what
that?
are you doing? Do you have an airsoft gun?
No,
That's
I
what it
have a
sounds like.
Sprite bottle. All
It
right, Devin,
sounds
you
like
can
an
say what you're
airsoft
gonna
gun.
say.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead. Sorry.
well, I mean, if it we have we don't know exactly what will happen, and we don't know exactly like
Mm.
things will be consistent, but we don't know the limits of that consistency, I guess, and anything could be completely different from what we know is is true on here right now. Like things are constantly changing, and
I mean,
But
time
we
is
just
constantly
kind of
moving.
said why we don't agree with that and our
Yeah,
reasoning
I know,
for that.
I
I
guess
know. But what I'm
it's
saying is,
I feel
we
like what you're
the
saying it is like it kind of is basically just I mean I I definitely understand and I don't have a problem with it or anything, but I feel like what you're kind of saying is like no matter what argument could be used against it, it still is possible just because we don't know for sure is kind of what I'm getting from it. And I mean
Yeah.
that's fair, but I think when you're talking about cuz you're saying like how time is continuing and things could change, I think at least for the moment we know how things are
mhm.
mostly and like things could change, but I mean that's a whole different conversation because it is true like over time different things have had an impact on gravity, but then I
Mhm.
mean also
But
that
things have
that
had
is
an impact
also
on gravity, but the laws of gravity have
yeah,
always been the same. They've
exactly.
never
Like
changed.
that's what I was about to say. Like there have been moments that greatly impacted the universe's gravity, but the laws are the same, and then it's like the same impact throughout the whole universe.
Gravity changes, but the laws of it haven't.
Yeah.
But that's
what I said. But
But Griffin, what you said is I'm not saying that I think that this will change. I'm just saying we really have no way of knowing what exactly what it will be like in the future, and what exactly it will be like somewhere else. Also, the multiverse theory.
I feel like that goes without saying, though, that we don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that as an afterthought. Also, the multiverse theory about there being multiple universes. The universe, our universe is the way it is because of how it formed, I guess. And
I
so
mean, the multiverse theory kind of throws a monkey wrench in everything, because that literally calls all of existence into question, and how everything.
I don't think so, because isn't it already known that there's multiple universes?
Well, I mean, what we count as our universe is
because I mean, I'm not saying that
like we already assume that.
Well, it's really debated, because also the thing is, it's.
Oh no, I'm mistaken. Never mind.
I mean, the thing is, because also, I know I'm not saying, because if there's other dimensions, that doesn't change ours, but I'm saying it kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything, because that brings arguments to a whole new level, because we can't discuss a different dimension just because of how different it could be.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
like there's really no reasonable assumption of what a seventh dimension or some would be like, because we literally can't even comprehend it.
Yeah, but like the universe, what we count as our universe is like the Big Bang. There's a massive heat extension, heat wave type thing that like throughout
That's our
space.
solar system, though, right?
No. Big Bang is universe.
Oh.
Yeah, Big Bang created the universe.
And so
Oh right, I'm getting confused on like galaxies and
if it created a large area of space, it had to have dissipated the Big Bang. I mean, it created like a massive heat thing, and it had to have dissipated at some point. So there has to be some end to what we know as our universe, and that and.
But I mean, that's just like the edge of the universe.
So
the universe is defined though as just everything in space and time. So even if there was another dimension, that'd be the same. Like the universe is literally just anything, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what
that's the textbook definition of universe is.
Hold on, let me look this up.
I don't even know what
space and time and their content. So it's just everything. Yes.
But like, yeah, I don't even know what the proper term would be for when we're saying universe, because we're really not talking about the universe. I guess our chunk.
We're really kind of talking about, like, I don't know.
Well, okay, if we're talking about...
But the thing... Have you seen that tweet from NASA? They released a picture, and it kind of freaked me out. It was this they had like, after like I don't know how long, but hours and hours of relentless discussion and arguing and debating and looking through numbers and revising things and stuff. They like released this picture of what they think the universe looks like, and they gave it a barrier, and they said that's the edge, like there's an end. Like it wasn't just they gave it walls because they're like, this is what we know so far, and we can't fit everything into a picture, so this is the cutoff. Like they made this spherical image, and they were saying that the edge of it is, there's like an edge to the universe, and that there's like weird, like warped galaxies on the end of it. It was really freaky.
I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we should probably wrap this up. I think it's been a bit over an hour, which is okay. But like, we just don't want to drag it out too long. It's probably been like 15 minutes once it's edited and cut down. But yeah. So to the two people that watched like the first 30 seconds. And then the 0 people that are still watching, or to like maybe the one person that skipped to the end. This has been,
or if we make it if this blows up and
Yeah.
people come back and listen to the first episode.
Yeah.
Eh.
This has been
Yo,
the
that's
Convenience
weird
Store
as fuck to think
podcast,
about. Yeah, it
episode
has.
1.
Thank you for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. Thank you for
Thank you for
watching. No
buying
matter
our
what the
products.
reason, like Daniel said, if we actually made it big and you're coming back to the first episode, or if you just skip to the end, or if someone actually, we get like 3 viewers and someone actually listened through the entire thing for some bizarre reason. Yeah, thank you, I guess.
Yeah. All right. See you in the next episode.
Yeah, peace.
Bye.
Bye.